Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with the Pick Dawgz Soccer Crew. Thank you for joining us here, Goran, Kirk, and Jack. We are kicking off Sunday. It's not as busy as Saturday was, but we still have some interesting games. And in this video, guys, this is the longer video. We have 10 games to talk about, which means a lot of free picks for you, a lot of games to bet on, and a lot of money to be won as well. In addition to this one, guys, we have a few more videos up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel in that short form for those bigger games. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And of course, feel free to leave a comment. For our premium picks, for our best bets, click the links in the description of this video. While for the Golden Boot VIP access, text the word gold to 443-780-5663 and we'll get you set up with that as well. Just have in mind, it's not a free service, guys. It's a paid pass that lasts for 30 days. And those are my absolutely top best bets for every single day. Now, let's get this show on the road, guys. The first matchup is between Wolverhampton and Manchester City in the EPL. City, of course, a heavy favorite. Jack, minus 312 on the road. As they should be, because with Holland in such a great form, they can beat anyone.
Yeah, and before I get to my free pick, we're going to see across this whole slate in this video so many away favourites this weekend, which a lot of people can see that as a bit scary to go near. But for me, I'm just looking at getting pure value out of all of these solid away favourites this week or this weekend. So, yeah, I'm going to get straight into this one. City win both halves as long as they keep the ball out of their own net, which has been their biggest issue this season. I think it was only going to be a matter of time before they do get a clean sheet. And yeah, so give me City to win both halves. It's a really good price, plus 180, and it's a price that it doesn't really need to hit that often. We hit this 42% of the time. We're good. So yeah, give me City to win both halves.
Yeah, Wolves have been in horrible form. They're not scoring a lot, and on top of that, their defense is in shambles with 21 conceded goals in 7 games. On top of that, they have a bunch of injured players still. In this one, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm taking City to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 143. But what do you like in this one, Jack? Kirk, sorry, hasn't happened in a
Um,
long time. Damn it.
I know. Before I get into this, I need to correct Goron on saying the short form videos. There's no Bundesliga for Sunday. I don't know what he's doing because the two Bundesliga games we'll be talking about here are way bigger than any of those games. But we like talking about farmers leagues in short form. So, but anyways, getting to this video, I'm gonna
Stay
go with the
calm.
over.
Stay calm.
Oh, I'm calm. I'm gonna go with over 3.5 at plus 108. I think it probably is 3-1. Wolves have been conceding like crazy, especially against the good teams. And City, as you said, they haven't kept the ball out of their net in a lot of matches. So 3-1. So it could be 4-0. So over 3.5 at plus 108 is what I'm looking at.
Moving on, guys, to La Liga, where we have Atletico Madrid and Leganes. Kirk, how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, I think every long form video I'm gonna have one exact score. And this I'm looking at Atletico Madrid to win 2-0 at plus 440. It's not really good odds, so basically it's supposed to happen. Like when it's below 500 for a bet like this, it's like pretty much guaranteed. So if you want guaranteed plus 440, just lock in with your boy.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I could see it happen. Leganes hasn't been performing well this season. Defensively, they are conceding about a goal on average so far this season. But you know what? Atletico Madrid playing in the Champions League next week against Lille at home. I think that they could potentially be resting some players here. However, I think that 2-0 sounds quite likely if you ask me. So I'm gonna take Atletico minus 1.5 at plus 105 in this one, but looks like Jack, we are going up against you this week.
You are. This is one of Kirk's lines. This is a trap game.
For you, and you
Uh,
fell for it.
no, I think Atletico had not been the animal that we were expecting them to be this season. They've drawn more games than they've won. So for me, that's enough. I don't think Legan have had the respect from either of you as to how they've been performing. Not consistently, but they've shown spells, and that's enough for me to take draw at plus 380.
The next game in LaLiga that we have, guys, is Villarreal and Getafe, and I potentially think this could be a trap game, if I'm being honest. And you know that I don't like the unders, but this is one game that I could potentially see the under in, Jack.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think Villarreal, it's just so hard to see them not win here, but I also can see them not win. It's a weird one. And I think we've seen it on these long form videos so frequently that a favourite at this price, it's not a crazy price at all at -152. They just don't seem to pick up the win. But I'm going to keep riding with it. I'm just going to keep poking it until it suddenly starts working. So Villarreal on the money line, please.
Do you like in this one, Kirk?
Yeah, thanks for saying please, but we actually declined your bet. Anyways, Villarreal, they can score, but they also concede. 17 goals scored, 17 goals conceded. I usually don't go with both teams to score in a game like this, but I think Getafe gets on the scoreboard here, probably 1-1, maybe 2-1. So I'm going with both teams to score at -108.
I mean, Getafe is not scoring a lot, whether they play at home or on the road. But like you said, the defense that Villarreal has is not that great, so that is potentially a chance for Getafe to do something. I'm gonna take first half draw at +115 in this one. I think it starts slowly, whether or not somebody gets a stupid ass goal or a penalty or something in the first half. I think first half goes 0-0 in this game. Off to the Italian Serie A, guys, where we have Empoli hosting Napoli. And I'm going to keep this one very, very simple for myself, guys. I'm taking Napoli on the money line. What do you like in this one, Jack?
Napoli -1 on the Asian. I think they win. It's just a matter of how many goals they win by. As I always say when I take the Asian handicap, if they win by one per shift more, great. We get that +115 payout.
I mean, Napoli has been on fire. Definitely deserve to be the favorites here. And I do like your Asian handicap line. I think it's worth a shot. Empoli hasn't been that great lately or overall this season. So, what do you have in this game, Kirk?
Yeah, this is an early game here, so I know Empoli, they like to score early, and I think they do it early here. I think both teams do score here. They're at home, and both teams to score +104. I mean, they've scored in 3 of their last 4 games. Napoli has been very good defensively lately, but at home, plus value for both teams to score. That's what I'm looking at.
Now, Lecce and Fiorentina is the next matchup we have, guys. Lecce has a few injured players, and that has been a problem for them since the start of the season. Fiorentina has been anything but consistent, especially when playing on the road. And on top of that, I believe that they're playing in Europe next week. So I don't know. It just seems like this could potentially be maybe a letdown spot for Fiorentina, at least in my mind, Kirk.
Yeah, I think this could be a trap, low scoring game, maybe 1-1, maybe 0-0, maybe 1-0. But anyway, I see this is I see the under here, under 2.5 at -122 is where I'm putting my money.
What do you like in this one, Jack?
It could be a trap, but there's only one way to find out, boys. Give me Fiorentina on the money line +130, no questions asked.
I
Lots
mean,
of questions, you mean?
they are the better team. I mean, the Lecce is, but like I said, I don't know. They have just been so scary to watch and bet on this season. It's always a nail biter with them. So I personally
It's
think
they're at a price, Goran, where it's like you regret it if it doesn't hit, but if it does hit, you're so thankful to yourself that you've taken it, right? So why not?
I mean, it is +130, so definitely worth a shot. And I'm not going to go against you. I have both teams to score in this one at -139. If anything, I would rather prefer to take Fiorentina on the money line rather than both teams to score. It's way less volatile, and the return potentially is a lot bigger. The last game of the Serie A that we have to talk about, guys, is between Venezia and Atalanta. Venezia, pretty heavy underdogs at home against Atalanta, who we all know is very, very capable of scoring a lot of goals, Jack. They have been a bit inconsistent this season. They have lost some games that they shouldn't have lost, but overall, I still think that they are a very, very solid team.
Yeah, this is a game where I can see them being 2-0 up. They bring off some key players because the game's in a week, and then they just allow gaps to have their opponent score. And as well, I think Atalanta could also score 3 goals in this game on their own. So give me over 2.5 here at -150.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one, Jack. I will also take over 2.5 goals. I'm getting it at -139, so it would be a damn shame not to take that. I think this one hits quite easily. But you are taking this step further.
Yeah, I'm going with adding a goal to both years. So I'm going over 3.5 at +194. I don't trust either of these defenses, and I do trust their offenses. So 2-2, 3-2, 11-10. Who knows what we see here?
Off to your favorite league, Kirk. Kiel and Union Berlin facing off on Sunday. Give us your thoughts on this one.
Best game of the day. I'm telling you right here, 0-0 the whole way through. That's why I'm going with Kiel and the draw. Union, they do nothing. They sit back. They're the most boring team to watch in Germany. I don't like watching them. So on the road, they're basically parked. That's all they do on the road is park. So you got to go with Kiel and the draw here at -155.
Do you agree about that, Jack?
I mean, he's probably not wrong with Berlin sitting back and trying to keep the ball out of the net, but the Bundesliga defense is just so bad all the way across the board. There's a reason why they're ranked third in Europe, the best leagues in the world. In fact, third in the world. I'll give you that, third in the world for the best league in the world. And you look at the goal tally across the Bundesliga over any other league. It is just sky high. I think it's actually ahead in all the leagues for most goals conceded. So give me over 2.5 here, +105.
You know, I don't mind the over 2.5 at plus money, and I could potentially see this being a high scoring game. I could also see this a low scoring game as well, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that Kiel will finally kind of bounce back at least to a certain degree and get at least a point at home. If they don't get a point at home against a low scoring team like Union Berlin, I don't know what they can expect out of this season. So I'm gonna go with the draw at +230.
Just to
Uh,
add on, sorry, just to add on,
yeah.
if Kiel can go and draw to Leverkusen and put 2 in Leverkusen's net, they can do exactly the same as Berlin. It's going to bring out Berlin to come and score. That hits our over, right?
Yeah, well, I think the difference is though that Union Berlin will not attack not nearly as much as Leverkusen did, and they will not leave themselves as open. But hey, it is Union Berlin after all, and we know what they did last season, how bad they were, and how long it took them to save themselves from relegation. The second Bundesliga game is between Wolfsburg and Werder. And if I'm being honest, guys, I don't know how much we have to talk about this one because we are all in pretty much agreement. Both teams to score an over 2.5 for me at -110. Jack,
Over 2.5, please.
Turk.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Goran, but I do need to say something to Jack to rebuttal on
Of
that point.
course you do. Of course you do.
Well, I mean, he's talking about the most competitive league, and then the team that just went invincible, we're up 2-0, and then the bottom team came back in Leverkusen. I mean, that's an exciting league. Or you
Are we
could, or
really
you
going
could
to sit here? Are we really going to sit here and pretend Leverkusen are the same animal as what they were last season? Come on, Kirk, you're better
100%,
than that. Come on,
100%.
dude.
What
Well,
changed? Tell
you
me
know
what
what?
changed.
I actually have to side with Jack on this one a bit. They're not the same animal they were last
Why
season.
they lost? Because they lost a game. Okay,
No, 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 no.
because they
I
lost
think
one game.
no, no. I think offensively they are up there, maybe potentially a little bit better, but defensively they're not nearly as consistent as they were last season. I honestly think that's what's gonna kill them and what's gonna cost them this season. But we'll talk more about Leverkusen, I guess, in the next video that we're gonna do about them. We have two games in the French League One to finish off the video, guys. Le Havre and Lyon. Kirk, how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, you guys fell right into the trap with this one, both of you. Unless you see like a 2-2 game, Goron, because Le Havre, they're getting a point out of this one at the least at home. Give me Le Havre on the double chance at -125.
We've been falling in a lot of traps, damn it. Yeah, I mean both teams have a few suspensions and injured players, so the depth will kind of be an issue, but more so for Le Havre. And even though they're playing at home, I don't think that they can keep a clean sheet here. And with that in mind, I'm taking Lyon team total over 1.5 goals at -125. But I see, Jack, that you're going opposite of Kirk, which I guess it's not a surprise at this point anymore.
I mean, yeah, give me Leon on the money line. I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear. But yeah, I think the depth issue is more of a factor for the Havre than Lyon. I think Lyon's depth is way better. So the more injuries that both teams have, the better it lays on the side of Lyon. So yeah, give me Lyon at even money.
And the last game of this video, Nantes and Nice. And if I'm being honest, this is probably the worst game of the day, and it's bashing my head in because I just cannot make up my mind. And like I said the other day, when in doubt, go with the draw at plus 190, and that's what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna agree with the books in this one, Jack.
Yeah, I really didn't know what way to kind of lean here. Again, just going with implied odds, plus 120. This needs to hit 45% of the time for it to be profitable. So I think it can do that. It's very close. It's really close. So I wouldn't say it's the best value pick of me in this video, but give me it over 2.5 goals in this one. This is either going to be 0-0 or 4 or 5 goals.
What do you like in this one, Kirk?
Yeah, I mean, Nantes, I think they're one of the sleeper teams in the Uber Eats League, as you can call it. And I think I've seen that Nice has been eating too much over the break. So I'm going with Nantes on the money line here. I think they're actually very, very slept on. I value plus 220 at home. I actually love this game and I love that pick.
Like I said, I just don't know which side to lean on, so I'm gonna go right down the middle and I'm gonna take the draw. But let me tell you this, guys, 99% I will stay away from this game, and won't even look at it for Sunday. I think there are far better games on the slate and far less riskier games to bet on. So we'll see how this one's gonna go. But once again, thank you for joining us here, guys. Hope you have a great day. Check out the rest of the free picks. Check out our premium picks, and of course, feel free to leave a comment on any of these videos. That's it, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.